and I was bull bollock, jumped up. I knew it was the feds. They come running in, I heard the door go smash. We're in our own little situation because I've got 18 plant crop in the garage. My old man's house has just been here. He's been arrested, and I've got police SOCA running through my nan's house. Where's the grow, Rick? We're gonna find it, mate. Where's the fucking grow? Is all that yours? She's gonna fucking die, mate. She's gonna have a heart attack if she sees what's in there. Mate, do you want her to die? And he goes, fuck you, you little cunt. Feds came in, took all my shit, arrested my dad, took him straight to Liverpool. Fucking sign it now. It's the next thing you know, my brother's been arrested and he is being interrogated for 9 hours straight. Rick? He goes, I think we need to talk, don't we? I said, there's one thing I've got to tell you. He goes, Rick, we're gonna find it, mate. Where's the fucking grow? And they're talking to me like this, because you've got to remember, these ain't police, mate, right? These ain't motherfuckers that are messing about. So I looked at him and I was like, it's in the garage. Right, send people out to the garage now. Guys, come with me. Show me where it's at. So my nan don't know anything yet. We walk through the lounge past me nan. We're all walking out to the garage. Right, she don't know nothing yet. As we're walking down the pathway to the bottom of the garage, to the bottom of the garden, to the garage, I pulled the gather aside and I said to him, I said, listen, mate, please, please, please. If my nan sees what is in there, she's gonna die on the spot. She's gonna fucking die, mate. She's gonna have a heart attack if she sees what's in there. And I said, mate, do you want her to die? And he goes, fuck you little cunt. Putting that shit in your nan's house, you little bastard. Show me where it's at. Show me where it's at. And I was like, oh my God. So they're ripping everything apart, get to it. And they were fucking amazed, like how it was, you know what I mean? But you got to understand, they're only that big. But I was shitting myself, mate. You know what I mean? I'm fucked here. My brother's, it was half mine and half my brother's. He's at work, you know what I mean? So I just had to take the brunt of it. So he goes, all that yours? And I went, is all that yours? Mate. He goes, right, I'm going to do you a favour today. And he starts writing down on this notepad, writing down, and he goes, right, take that pen and sign there. And I was like, what? And I looked at it and I was like, no, I can't sign that. I can't sign, what am I signing? He goes, fucking sign it now. And we're going to take it away and your nan ain't going to see it. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, alright, yeah, boom. And do you know what? As much as I do not like police, those motherfuckers took everything out the side of the house and didn't let my nan see it. They weren't in police cars either. They were in like Audi touring estates, you know, they were in them. And always remember all loading up the back of their fingers. But let me tell you something, they fucking ripped out about 10 of the plants, yeah, which are all that big, yeah. So it weren't even in an illegal state. They hadn't blossomed into like a plant yet, so it weren't illegal, right? But they took 10 of them and left 8 of them in the pots, still there, growing. So that was obviously a setup, wasn't it? So yeah, obviously we never grew that again. We thought there's a setup if I'd ever seen one. So that was it. Feds came in, took all my shit, arrested my dad, took him straight to Liverpool, and that was that, mate. So I went back in the lounge, sat down, and they said, where's your brother? And they were asking for my brother, right? At the same time, when we got stung, my dad's partner, I'm not going to say his name, let's just say Dan. Dan had got hit too. And Dan was a full-on partner with my dad, you know. And he basically got arrested and implemented my brother, yeah. And you got to think, man, my brother weren't involved like that. I'm not going to go into things, but he implemented my brother and he weren't that way inclined at all. He was anti-crime, mate. He was just a weed smoker at the time. He ain't now or anything like that. He's an architect in London, you know. He was always a straight goer. So he literally implemented my brother and said that my brother was the one that he had out of his house. He had all the computers taken, and on his computers he had all the paperwork for all the jobs they were doing with the cocaine, you know, deliveries, letterheads, evidence, basically all on his computer. And he basically blamed it on my brother and said it was my brother. It's the next thing you know, my brother's been arrested and he is being interrogated for 9 hours straight. And I wanted to cry, man, because I was like, oh, my brother didn't deserve it, you know what I mean? And he weren't involved like that. And it was my dad's fucking mate, his best mate, who implemented my brother. And I'll never forgive the for that. So I had to try and do something. So I went down to the station and this big agent came out, bald head in a suit, and he came out and he went, "Rick?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "I think we need to talk, don't we?" And I said, "Yeah, we do." And I said, "There's one thing I've got to tell you."
Mama, I'm a criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal. Mama, I'm a criminal.